Many of the reviews had been fantastic, and I really wanted to try Muse by Tom Aikens, a relatively new restaurant in Belgravia. It's only got 25 covers, so it's really hard to get a place, and also with lockdown it was just a nightmare. So I was really pleased to get 2 places for my friend and I to have a lovely lunch after lockdown. It's a corner Muse, which doesn't have a name, and you can only tell it's a restaurant when you see the Michelin star badge. It used to be a pizza place, but this closed down because of the complaints by the local residents. You step off the street into a cosy but rather exquisite lounge for drinks, and there is a wonderful theatre of the chefs preparing food, which you can watch if you're sitting at the counter. And I understand you can actually rent this for a private dining area. What's amazing is that Tom Aikens himself is often there, talking to guests and even serving. And that's very rare in most celebrity restaurants. We were in the main restaurant, which is upstairs, and although they were originally placing us on quite a small table, we did ask to go into the corner one, and fortunately there weren't people there, so that was much more comfortable for us. There is no a la carte menu, but all the dishes are seasonal, and it's great because it means you can go back again and you'll have completely different dishes. There's a reasonably priced 3-course set menu, but we opted for the tasting menu, and they also cater for pescatarians and vegetarians, so that's really useful. Our first course was forever picking, which were snacks inspired by the seasons and of Tom's memories of being in the garden picking produce with his mother. Lovely crab meat and also really fresh and crunchy radishes, as well as a KFC type of boneless chicken wing with an amazing sauce, which was inspired by a TV programme which Tom was participating in. Just down the road was one of my favourite courses, delicious ricotta cheese with green asparagus and broad beans, wonderful textures and colours. Tom himself came to present the bread, which he had made himself, and I understand he comes in every morning to do this. It's delicious. I often don't eat the bread at fine dining places because there's no point eating carbohydrates if they don't taste lovely. But this certainly is worth eating. And this butter, which has ceps and chicken juice infused, is delicious. 5 minutes and a few seconds more refers to the time it takes Tom to prepare a whole salmon. Salmon, jasmine, cucumber. Again, beautiful textures and delicate taste of flowers. Old and new was another favourite dish. It mixes the old and new seasons together. So you've got the heritage barley grains and the new season of peas and mint. Conquering the beech tree is Tom's signature dish, and it is beautifully presented. You've got the langoustine, the pork fat and burnt apple on a really interesting plate. And the langoustine froth is rather delicious, especially the bits at the base. Never ending is squid and white asparagus. Again, really interesting textures and a lovely citrusy kick from the Amalfi lemon pieces. Tom himself is in the restaurant a lot of the time, and it's really lovely for the guests to talk to him and to watch him at work and also see the respect which his staff obviously have of him. Both my friend and I completely forgot to take a photo of the main course. It was supposed to be lamb, but we got it substituted for whitefish pollock. Dessert was divine. I really love the passion fruit lolly, and the deconstructed Eton mess was really beautiful. Up to this point, I can honestly say that every mouthful was delicious. My friend and I just weren't so keen on the whiskey jelly. Now back to why my friend hadn't eaten at Muse despite living practically around the corner. One of the neighbours had been grumbling about the £50 per head deposit and the 7-day cancellation required. But really, with only 25 covers and this quality of food, it's completely understandable. The decor is quite unusual. Interesting toilet, although there is only one. And the stairway reminds you of going up a rock wall. Presentation and taste, I would really give a 10 out of 10. Service, again, 10 out of 10. Very friendly, and it was fine dining with an approachable air. So often when I go to these types of restaurants and not order alcohol, the waiters are very off with me. These were friendly and chatty and seemed happy to be there. So Muse has become my new favourite restaurant. I look forward to it getting 2 Michelin stars. It certainly deserves it.